Good afternoon. Welcome to a Greenwin Suite event. My name is Sari, and I'm here to take you through a yoga flow today. It will be a combination of dynamic movement and some relaxation. I thought for today's class, I would take you through a few twists and a real stretchy flow. All of our minds have been a little twisted up this past week. So many things going on. In politics and just in the world in general right now. So I thought that, that this would be a great way to end the week. So if you're tuning in live, welcome and thank you for being here. And if you're catching the recording, I hope that this soothes your soul. So let's start lying down. Today, you're going to need a strap, and you can use an old tie, a bathrobe tie, anything that you have lying around. You can even use a towel or a sweatshirt, anything that you can get your foot into. And we'll do that when we're lying down on our backs. So let me meet you there. And we're going to start with a meditation there as well. So you're going to just come down to lie on your back, and you can lie any way that feels good to you. You can release your hands down by your side, bring the soles of your feet together, keep your feet down, or extend your legs out one at a time. Any way that you can find a relaxing place where you can steady yourself, where you can just soften into the ground is where I invite you to be. And so once you find a position that works for you, you're going to bring your palms, left palm to the heart, right palm onto your belly. And you're just going to breathe gently into your hands. And so for those of you who So you're breathing into your left palm, you're breathing into your right palm. You're either breathing into your back body, so perhaps the floor behind you, or the chair behind you if you're seated, and the sides of your body. And we're just going to take a few cleansing breaths. So inhale deeply, and then let your exhales be really long and soft. Out through the mouth. Do that twice more. Inhale, no rush. Exhale. Anything that's on your mind that's keeping you down, that's keeping you stuck, let it out on that next exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And keeping your eyes closed and your breath on, just release your hands down by your side. And keep breathing, knowing that you are choosing to tend to yourself, tend to your physical body, your mental health, your emotional health. You're learning to cope with stress. You're learning and reminding yourself that you have agency over your mood and how you show up. So take 2 more deep breaths. And the mind is going to wander to a million places. And you just invite it back. You're going to take 1 more breath here. And then you're going to open up your eyes. If your legs are extended or out to the side, bring the soles of the feet down, hug your knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, just welcoming yourself again to your practice. Grab your strap, and then you're going to just place the sole of your left foot down. You're going to strap up your right foot, and then send your right foot to the sky. And you're just going to take a good hamstring stretch right here. So you're going to relax the shoulders, really important. And then just gently pull your right toes towards you. And I'm going to give you some options. You can keep your left knee bent, or you can extend your left leg to go straight. So I don't want your head up here and you're pulling and you're white knuckling this. I just want it to be nice and easy. You're getting a great stretch here. You can push out through that heel. You can bring the strap together as long as you're just not reaching up. You're just softening here into the floor. And you're going to take 2 more breaths here. Nice and easy with your strap. It's getting a good hamstring stretch. And you're going to really activate that left leg now. So whether that left foot is pushing into the mat or the left heel is active, you're pushing it out. You're going to take both ends of the strap and you're going to bring it into your right hand. From here, your left hand is going to go to the front of the left hip. And so again, you can decide, you can keep your left foot down on the mat or extend your left foot forward. From here, you're going to let your right leg go out to the side any amount. Okay, so I want you to push this right foot into the strap. Some of you might let the leg go all the way out, and this left leg can be straight or bent. If it touches the floor, let it hang there. Or to strengthen it a bit more, keep it floating. If you can, I want you to look to the opposite direction of your right foot. So look to your left and just take 3 breaths here. So why I have my left hand on my left hip, it is to keep my left side body from running away to the right. It's staying here, right in the middle of the center of the mat. I'm pushing my left glute down. Take another breath here. And exhale. From here, with one hand or both hands, you're going to lift that right foot, right leg all the way up. Take a deep breath in. You're going to release your right hand. So move the strap into your left hand. You're now going to bring your right arm out to the side. You're going to stay here or start to take your right leg out to the left. Now, you may get about 6 inches over to the left. You may start to feel a nice stretch through the outer right hip and all the way down along that right leg. You can keep it there or you can keep extending it out to the left, right? Some of you might even go all the way over. You might even get a spinal twist. So again, you want to just be really light with your strap here, really light. Just stay here. You can bend the right knee here if you like, or keep it straight. You decide. You might be all the way up here getting a good stretch through the outer right hip. Stay here for another 2 breaths. Breathe in and out. Gaze to the right. Good. And bring it all the way back up. Remove your strap. Hug both knees into your chest. Yeah, and rock and roll side to side. And we're going to do that whole sequence with the left leg. So sole of your left foot down. Strap up your right foot. So again, you don't want to lift your head and white knuckle this and pull down really hard. Just want to be really gentle. And you can keep your right knee bent or that right leg straight. You decide. You definitely will have a little bit more access into the hamstring, low back, and hip if you keep this right knee bent. Right? Once you straighten it, then it tightens up a little on the left side, less natural access. So keep stretching. Okay, you can keep your hands up towards the left foot or all the way down here, but I want you to relax the shoulders. Okay, your strap can be really taut, so you can get that stretch. You're going to take another breath here. And then exhale, bring both ends of the strap into the left hand. My right arm is going to reach out to the right, and then I'm going to open up my left leg any amount. So it might go all the way out. It just might go to, if you're near a wall like I am, or it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you're getting a stretch through that inner left thigh now. Let's look to the right. So over to the right hand. And again, you're just taking that left leg out as far as it really wants to go. Take another breath here, and then press through your right hip with your right hand. Gaze is out over that right shoulder. Again, we want to make sure that our right hip is not following the left. I know that we had the hand out, and that was just to help stabilize us. Take our gaze to the right, and now that we're in it, we just want to stay here into center. Let's take another breath. So using your left hand and your right hand lifted all the way back up to center. Left leg is up. So you're going to pass the strap to the right hand. From here, your right leg is going to go to the left, any amount, all the way over. It's going to cross the body. Your left arm's going to go out to the side. You can bend your left knee or keep it straight. Gaze is over the left. So you don't want to get to a point where the body hurts. You want it to feel good. You want it to feel like there's an opening, like you're stretching. And you want to make sure that you can breathe. Take 2 more breaths. Your gaze is to the left. One more inhale. And exhale. You're going to lift that left leg all the way back up. Move your strap off to the side. And again, hug your knees in, rock side to side. Bring your hands behind your thighs. We're going to rock up and down on our spine a few times, maybe gaining some momentum to rock ourselves forward. So just do that 2 or 3 times until you come to sit, and come on over, hands and knees. So as you can bring your strap off to the side, we don't need it quite yet. We'll need it a little bit later. Palms down underneath the shoulders. Your knees are under the hips. We're just going to warm up the spine a little more. So you're going to inhale, look forward. Your shoulders move away from your ears. Exhale, round through the back. Do that twice more. Inhale as you look up. You want to press your palms, arch the back, feel as if you're sticking your butt out. And then again, exhale, round, your belly button lifts up when your shoulders come forward. And then again, look forward, look up, chest is lifted, and then again, round through the back. Let's start to set up for our downward facing dog. We're going to spread through the fingers, curl the toes under, and let's start to lift the hips up. In my first downward dog in my practice, I like to keep my knees bent here, and I'm pressing my hips back, and I'm pushing the weight out of the shoulders. So lift your butt. Once you start, the back of the body starts to open up, then you can play with straightening your legs. You want to take a deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Let's start to come forward to a plank pose, all the way forward as you drop your knees. From here, you're going to take your chest forward, bend your elbows, and lower all the way down to the belly. Point your toes, spin your hands out underneath those shoulders, and roll the shoulders up and back. Keep a little bend in the elbows for your cobra, and then exhale, lower down. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. We're going to curl the toes under, shift our hips back onto the heels so they just tap them, and then come into a downward dog. Take a very deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Start to walk your feet up to the hands. From here, you're going to bring your hands to your shins. You're going to look forward. And then you're going to bend the knees here, roll the chest all the way down, and then roll it all the way up. Okay, so let's move into a flow. We're going to bring our hands together, palms at the heart center. Just find a breath. Feel how the mind and the body is already starting to shift and warm and come into this moment and wake up to what's here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your arms down by your side. We're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Little bend in the knees, and then exhale, fold all the way forward. You want to keep a bend in the knees here so you can fold at the hips. You're going to bring your hands to the shins, look forward. And let's step our right foot way back to a long lunge. You're going to release your back knee and your back toes. If you have any knee issues, you can fold over the side of the mat, place a blanket underneath the knee. You can walk your hands up your left thigh. I'm just going to angle out so I can show you what we're going to do here. We're going to take a side body stretch in this low lunge. So I'm going to start to reach my right arm up, and then I'm just going to lean a little bit to the left. And my left forearm's just down on my left thigh. Some of you who are a little bit more flexible, you can reach your left hand to the floor or on a block, but this is great. You're getting a really nice stretch through that right hip flexor and the right side of the body. Take 2 breaths here. Breathe in and out. If you feel it in your low back is for this low lunge, then you want to push off that left foot a little bit more so you engage this left hamstring and left hip. Let's stay here for another breath. Inhale. And then you're going to bring your right hand down to the inside of your left foot. Now, you can place your right hand on a block or to the floor. Start to lift the left fingertips to the sky. Look up. So we're taking a twist now. Our chest is now facing the left thigh. You can stay here or start to curl your back toes under and lift your back leg. That's it. And then find the breath. So often we get into these poses and we hold our breath, just waiting for the next cue. And so think about just this being the next pose. This is all we have. So let's stay here for 3 breaths together. Breathe in. And out, and breathe in, and out. Very nice. From here, you're going to release the back knee, both hands down, step back to hands and knees, and let's find our downward facing dog. And stay here for 3 breaths. So as you stay in your downward dog, I'm just going to talk about it for a minute. When you first start to do your downward dog, you might feel like your wrists are sore, your hands are sore. Couple of things, you want to spread through the fingers, really push firmly through the palms. Your wrists do get stronger. Sore is different from pain. If there's pain, you also want to make sure that you're not letting all the weight dump into the wrists and hands. Right? You want to keep a bend in the knees, pull the chest back. Take another breath here. And then exhale. Start to take your chest forward to a plank. Lower the knees. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down to the mat. Point your toes. Take a cobra. So spin those hands out, roll the shoulders up and back. Keep those elbows bent. Lower down. Curl the toes under. Send it all the way back to the downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. You're going to lift up to the tippy toes. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to look forward, and then you can step, walk, or hop your feet to the top of the mat. You're going to inhale, bring your hands to the shins, and then slowly just fold into your legs. Strongly push into the feet, into the mat, and then inhale, lift your arms up to the ceiling, and then lower your arms down by your side. Ready to do that whole sequence again. Here we go. We're going to lift the arms all the way up, a little bend to the knees, fold it forward. Let the head go. You're going to bring your hands to the shins. And then from here, you're going to step your left foot way back to a long lunge. We're going to release the left knee. Remember, you can always take support underneath that left knee. You're going to start to walk your hands up the right thigh. Now we're going to do that side stretch. So we don't just want to dump into the low back here. We want to find some structure. You can keep the right forearm on the right thigh and then take a side body stretch. My left fingertips are reaching to the right. We don't want to let the right leg follow. So push the right heel down, right? This is like just like we did when we were on our backs, right? When our upper body was going one way, lower body's almost going another way, but really pulling into center. Your right fingertips can go to the floor or on a block if you're super flexible, and you have that available to you. Take 2 more breaths here. You want to keep lifting up through the chest, dropping your shoulders. Last breath. Your left hand comes down, your back toes curl under, and then open up through the chest. Stay with me here. Here we go. Back leg is nice and strong. You can also keep the back knee down. You decide what you want to do. Breathing here. 3, 2, gaze up to those right fingertips. Reach them high. Very nice. Come all the way back to your downward dog. However you get there is how you get there. And then come forward to a plank. Drop the knees. Send your chest forward. This round's going to be a little bit different. Bend the elbows. Come all the way down. From here, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. You're going to start to zip your feet together if that feels okay. Start to send those arms back, and if that feels good, start to lift your thighs and your feet. And you're just going to hold this. So find your belly button, push your belly button into the mat. Right? You can do this if you're seated. You're just going to reach your hands behind your back and open up through the chest. Stay here. 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Stack your palms, forehead to your hands. Let it go. Bend your knees and just knock your knees side to side. As you let your feet go, palms under the shoulders, come to a child's pose. Pause there. Hips are on the heels, and then start to come into a downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Last downward dog. Little bend in the knees. Really melt your chest back. Lift your hips. 1 soft breath. Start to walk your feet up to your hands. Hands to the shins. You're going to look up to lengthen the chest so the chest lifts up halfway. Lots of strength here in the front of the body. And then exhale, fold. You're going to reach your arms all the way up. And arms come down by your sides. Okay. So let's do some balancing work. And here's the option to take a strap. We're going to do some of the work that we did on our backs, but we're going to do it standing. So I'm going to give you some options. Just going to put the strap around my neck for a moment just so I can show you what we're going to do. So first option is just bring your right knee into your chest. We're going to stand on our left foot. Second option, you can grab your right big toe and extend that right leg straight. The third option is to use your strap. So strap up the bottom of your right foot and then start to straighten. Find your balance first. Start to straighten your left leg and your right leg and hold it here. That's it. You can use a wall if you need to, but relax the shoulders. So you're just feeling what it's like to stand here on this one leg. Stay with it here. Shoulders soften. Lift it up. 3, 2, and 1. So bring both ends of the strap into the right hand and take your right leg out to the side. So you can do this. I'm just going to show you with your strap. You can do it with your knee. You can do it with your right big toe. So this leg is going out to the side. It's exactly what we did with the strap or when we were on our backs. So stay here. 3, 2. We have one more pose. I know this is challenging. So keep the strap. I'll show you what we're going to do. If you have the strap and your leg was out to the side, you're going to bring it back in. Switch your grip. So left hand now to the strap. I'll go this way so you can see me. And then you're going to extend your right arm out to the side as you lift your right leg. You can also do this just with your knee bent or grab the outer edge of your foot. Lots of options. Hold it here with me for 3 breaths. If you have the strap, your foot, doesn't matter, your knee. 1. Yes, breathing tall. 2 and 3. Release. Good. It's good to fall. It's good to find your edges, right? It's good to find those glute muscles. So don't be discouraged if you fall. You just get right back into it. So let's do the other side. That was the left leg, and now we're going to do that whole sequence on the right leg. So lots of options here. You can strap up your left foot, bring your left foot forward. Both hands. You can grab your left big toe, right hand to the right hip, or lose your balance, you come back, you just grab your left knee. So you decide how you want to move into this, right? What I think is important here is to just stand up tall, right? So if you have your big toe, but your chest is rounded, right? I'd like you to either have your legs straight and you have the strap, or your spine straight and your knee is bent, okay? One more breath here before we take it out to the side, right? Knee or big toe or strap, take it out to the left. Stay here with me, right hand to the hip, glutes working, sitting up tall, standing up tall, standing in one place. 3. That's it. 2. And then let's bring it back to center. So remember, if you have that left foot strapped up, okay? If you have it strapped up with the left hand, move it into the right hand, and then twist to the left. So I'll show you what it looks like here. The ends of my strap are in my right hand once I find my balance, and my left arm is out to the side. Woo. Or you have your knee, or yes, outer edge of left foot. Wherever you are, you're there for 3. Gaze to your left hand. 2 and 1. I know that this was a hard sequence. Lots to work on. You can always do it with a wall next to you. I needed the wall today. Balance is a funny thing. I think it mostly starts in the mind. Okay, you guys are doing great. So let's come down to the mat, and we're going to do a little bit more of this sequence, okay? So extend your sole of your right foot forward, sole of your left foot to the right inner thigh. So it's like a seated tree pose. You're going to take a deep breath here, sitting up tall, and then start to fold towards that right foot. You have that strap handy, you can't quite reach your foot. Use the strap and then sit up tall. Yes. So often we compromise our spine for the sake of our foot and we round through the back. And so if you've joined me for my class before, you've heard me say that's just folding where we're already soft. We're already soft in our upper back. So I'd rather that you lengthen. And once you hinge here at the hips, then you can round your upper back a little bit more. Good. Keep breathing. That's the magic here. That's the pixie dust, if you will. One more breath. And then as you sit up tall, that left knee is still bent, and we're just going to take a twist. So right hand to the left knee, gazes out over that left shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall. One more breath here. Good. Come back to center. Soles of the feet down. Hands behind your back. Fingertips are facing you. If you have shoulder issues, you can watch first. Try not to yank your shoulders back. Pull them forward. Push through the feet. Push through the hands. Lift your hips up. So it's a reverse tabletop here. Maybe let the head go. Tell your neck to relax and chill. Let your eyes be soft. Stay with it here. Push into the feet. Use the hamstrings. One more breath. And then come down. Left leg extends now. Bend the right knee. So I'll go this way so you can see my left leg is extended. Bending my right knee. And then again, you want to fold. So if I'm really rounded in my upper back and my low back is tight, my hamstrings are tight, I'm going to want to round here. Okay? But I'm going to challenge you to keep a little bend in the knee. Lift up, sit up tall. Then walk your hands forward towards that left foot, maybe even using a strap. Right? Try to sit up tall. It's not just about getting to the foot. You get to the foot, great, but it doesn't really matter. It's about keeping a nice, tall, long spine and then getting a stretch here. Think about your belly button coming towards that left knee. We got another breath here. And then lift all the way up. Let's take that twist. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind your back. Gazes over the right shoulder. And then breathing. We're almost there. Hopefully, feel like you got a little bit more space. Let go of some stuff that is just not serving you today. One more breath. And then come all the way back to center. So we're going to end up on our back. So exactly where we started. And I'm going to give you a few options, just depending on the things that you have around your house. If you have a little couch pillow or even a couch cushion, you can use that. If you have like a big, thick book, you can use that. You know, Fisher-Price toy, anything that just, looks like a block. And it could be soft too. So you're going to come down onto your back, soles of the feet down. And then you're just going to lift your hips a little bit and place that object underneath your sacrum. And the sacrum is this triangular bone at the base of your spine. If you take your fingertips all the way to the base of the spine, right before you get to your butt, you'll feel this little bone there. That's your sacrum. And you just want to relax your body on whatever object. So maybe it's a couch cushion, maybe it's a block. It can be firm or soft, right? It's a little nicer if it's firm, but soft is beautiful too. So it doesn't really matter. As long as the front of the body can get a stretch here and you're not doing the work, right? The object is really doing the work and you're letting your body just drape over the object. And maybe you walk your feet out if it feels good in your low back, right? If you start to feel like it's a little bit crunchy, keep the knees bent. But we're just going to stay here for 5 breaths. So just soften onto the object. You can imagine your body melting all around it. And just letting the work for you be really passive. We'll just take 2 more breaths. One more breath. From here, wherever you are, push your feet to the mat. Lift your hips, move your block or your prop off to the side, knock your knees to one side, to the right side, to the left side, and then hug the knees into the chest. From there, you're going to stretch your body out into a very well-deserved rest. Extending your legs, extending your arms, and we call this Shavasana. It's just a resting pose where we feel the experience and the journey that we just engaged in. So closing your eyes, just letting your breath be natural, and relax right here. There's nothing that you need to do, nobody that you need to be right now. Just let go. Stay for as long as you'd like, or if you're ready to move out of your resting pose and out of your practice, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and then stretch your arms all the way up and over the head. Bend your knees, and just roll over onto the right side of your body. You can rest your head here on your right arm. Just taking another moment for yourself. And then pressing your body up to sit. And we'll meet with the palms together and thumbs right into the heart center. Sitting up nice and tall, heart bright. Feeling perhaps a little lighter, a little softer. I want to thank you for your presence today, for your trust, for going there with me. Thank you for joining us. Namaste.